Good morning, and what is up, YouTube? I built a special bike in the past few days just with everything going on with the virus and the impending economic doom and all that, if you will. So I just want to give you a quick overview of what it is and some of the mods I did to it. So what you're seeing here is my brand new 2020 Momentum UX 3S, and the 3S stands for the 3-speed internally geared hub that you see in the back. So this hub is indeed geared internally, so there's nothing to get dirty. Everything is inside the hub shell, protected from the elements, so this thing is ready to ride and does not require much maintenance. You'll also see that the bike features a belt-driven drivetrain instead of a chain, much like the internally geared hub. It does not require any maintenance. They say that these belt drive systems can be good for as many as 40,000 miles or something dumb like that, so I guess we'll just see as time passes onward. Aside from that, the bike does feature hydraulic disc brakes, which is a must-have for me. The front tire, I swapped out. I put a knobby on the front because I figure I might do some light-duty single track on this bike, whereas it was kind of designed just to be on the road. I added this rack to the back just so I could carry things. This is the Tubus Evo. So the Brand X Ascend 2 dropper that I had put on the dirt jumper, I took it off and I put it on here. It's much more suitable for this bike. The dirt jumper now just has a slam seat like all the other dirt jumpers out there. On any survival bike, you need a frame bag. This one is brought to you by Axiom. I think it's made of old recycled fishnets, which I think is just really cool. Kind of reduces the pollution and waste out there. The Cockpit does have a grip shift. That's something I have to get used to. I'm not really a big fan of that. I'm used to the trigger shifters coming from the mountain biking world. And as you can see, I had to cut the race face grip to accommodate that. Not a huge fan of that. I actually did order wider bars so I can put a full-size grip on both sides. Aside from that, that's really it. It's a very simple bike, but it has everything it needs. So I'm gonna try to take it on a spin for you guys and give you some more review. All right, this is coming to you live from my new GoPro Hero 8. Let's see what it's all about. All right, let's see what it do. And we are off. So right now I am in gear number 2, which I think feels pretty perfect. But you do have a gear 1 and a gear 3. Gear 3 has a lot of resistance, but that's what it takes to get up to 20 miles per hour. So you're probably wondering, hey Jared, if these internally geared hubs don't require maintenance, why aren't they using them in mountain bikes? Well, that's a good question. The answer is that these things don't like to be shifted under a load. So when I shift gears, I have to make sure that I'm not pedaling, which is completely different to a mountain bike. But what's good in an urban bike application is that you can shift at a red light and not have to worry about being in motion to get in the right gear. So let's continue onward here. I'm gonna go ahead and get into gear 3 and get some, ooh, see, that's what I'm talking about. Doesn't like being under a load. See if she sends. Kinda. All right, enough goofing around. Let's get back on the street. One of the things I really like about this bike is at one point I was riding a single speed 29er, and when I was putting all my effort into it, since it was a mountain bike and it was a single speed, it would top out at about 15 miles an hour. Kind of lame when you're on the road, which is why that bike is gone now, and I got something a little more street oriented. And I think this bike really checks those boxes. Hopefully soon I'll take it out and do a little run on the single track, see how it does. We got a good trail locally out in Norco. It's kept up by the guys over at East Bank Cyclery. Shout out to them for putting so much work into it for us. I definitely want to run this bike out there. The bars are so narrow. I think what comes factory on this thing is probably like 700, 720s. My magic number is 760, so I'm not super stoked on that. But I did find some box component bars. They're carbon, they're 760 wide, absolutely perfect, and they're like 50% off on eBay right now. You might still have some time to get some yourself if they're there. I think I paid 60 bucks, can't beat it. Yeah, the wider bars are gonna help a lot, because one of the things that's really bothering me right now, excuse me, is my dropper lever. It's hitting my thumb. It's just driving me crazy. It won't be long before it cuts me. What I'd like to do, there's some grass right here. Actually, I'm gonna go down to gear 1 and see how it does in there. Dee-dee-dee. Yeah, it feels good in gear 1. Plenty of traction up front. Not used to having a rigid fork though. All my other bikes have air forks up front. So it's a good thing I added the supple tire. Give it some cushion for the pushing. Yikes. Getting some slipping under a load. I might have to check the belt tension when I get back. Brakes feel good. They're not fully bedded though. It's kind of weird when you're pedaling on 3rd gear in the hub. It makes this strange little clicking noise. I don't know if y'all can hear that. But I researched it. Apparently it's completely normal, so not really sweating it. Whew. Quads are starting to burn. There's a lot of wind resistance out here. Hopefully though, you're not hearing the wind. Shout out Lone Ranger for the fuzzy mustache trick. I've got little pieces of stick-on mustaches that I got for super cheap stuck on top of the microphones. And hopefully they're doing their job. I'm about to get this thing home though. I want to figure out what that clunk was in gear 3 that we heard a few times. The roads are completely empty right now. I'm in New Orleans, everybody, if you didn't know that already. And we have one of those stay inside ordinances. So all you really see is some people exercising. Just a couple here and there. Oh, look, there's a truck. All right. So yeah, for the money, I would say this is an awesome bike, especially if you're just looking for like a super solid urban commuter that you don't need to worry about. You can kind of just beat it up, wail on it. Don't have to worry about maintaining it. I think a drivetrain cleaning on a belt-driven system is literally you just spray it with a hose. Can't get easier than that. But yeah, that's about it. Almost home now. Probably did about maybe 2 miles, I think. Anywho, hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all have any questions about the bike, just hit me up. Be glad to answer it for you. And I will see ya next time.